Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, respected viewers and listeners. Continuing with the learning process, I have come with an interesting video as to how we can inculcate the reading habits among our students, especially during the summer break when the mobile phones have captured our brains so strongly that it is very difficult to bring the students towards reading. So I wanted to share an interesting book which I recently read, and I collected some useful quotes which I want to share with you. I hope after listening this video, not only you will fall in love with the habit of reading, but also you would like to read the book which I am prescribing before you. And inshallah, there will be many other suggestions regarding the reading habits and regarding the reading material which you can use during the summer break. So, my dear students, let's start with the reading habit that we need to inculcate. And this image I have specially chosen in order to depict the times in which we are living. And the picture shows, as you can see, that the students, the children are engrossed, rather, they are lost in the world of mobile phones. And the mothers are bitterly crying and they are trying hard to bring them out of this world, but it is really hard, it is really tough. So I, along with other mothers, along with other teachers, am making a short effort in order to bring the children out of this world of mobile phone, which is quite disastrous because it occupies your mental as well as physical energies to such an extent that one does not feel like doing anything. So this is an important image. So my dear students, what I want to share with you is the why we should read. That is the most important thing, that why we should read. Because the quotation which I am sharing with you, I have taken it from the same book with which I am going to introduce you today. A man who has no time for stories is a man who has no time for God. So you see, such a powerful quote that this writer has written. Don't you know that God is the best storyteller? What is the point of roaming the world when it's the same misery everywhere? So you see, several times you will make a plan of visiting different places during summer break. But at the end, you will feel tired and you would love to come back to your home. The same idea the writer has depicted in this quote, in these words, that no matter where you roam in the world, the miseries are the same. So a man who has no time for stories and for reading, it means that he has no time for God, because the best storyteller is Almighty Allah. So this is the motivation which I want to share with you, that you should also read. So my dear students, the book from which I'm going to share interesting quotes with you is the book written by Alif Shafak, and the name of the book is The 40 Rules of Love. I have taken its image so that you are motivated to read it. I have not written this book, neither I have translated it, nor am I a part of their publishing team, but simply because I am a teacher, and when I like something, I love to share that knowledge with my students as well as my colleagues. And the beautiful quotes which I have collected from this book are in front of you in the form of a sandwich, which you just have to take and digest. So the writer says that knowledge is like brackish water at the bottom of an old vase unless it flows somewhere. Unless and until I will share my knowledge with you people, with my colleagues, with my students, this knowledge will become brackish. It will become stagnant, like the stagnant water at the bottom of a vase. It is not going to flow anywhere. So, if I want my knowledge to remain in the fluent process, then I have to share it. And the Masnavi starts with B, just like all the chapters in this novel. Interestingly, all the chapters of this book start with the letter B, and several examples of alliterations you will find in this book. If you will read this book from this point of view, which I am sharing before you, honestly speaking, you will enjoy it doubly. Every man is an open book. Each and every one of us are walking Quran. So you see, from the religious point of view, also, the writer has given us beautiful information in this book that we can enjoy, we can relate to, that every man is like an open book. And every one of us are walking Quran. If we will follow the teachings of Almighty Allah, given by Almighty Allah in the Holy Quran, it means that we can also become a walking Quran. We can share our knowledge. We can leave best examples for our juniors to follow. So, moving on, 40 is the most beautiful age for both men and women. Why? In this book, the writer has given us several symbols of the figure 40, that where it is used, why this book was named as 40 Rules of Love. What are those 40 rules of love which the writer has captured in this book? There are several hints in this video. 40 symbolizes ascent to a higher one, awakening. You remember the Holy Prophet was endowed with prophethood at the age of 40. We mourn for 40 days. When someone dies, 40 days is the time of mourning in our religion. When a baby is born, it takes 40 days to get ready to start life on earth. When we are in love, we need to wait for 40 days to be sure of our feelings. So 40 is a symbol of maturity in several scenarios. 40 rules of love. There are several rules in the form of quotations which the writer has captured in this book, which I am sharing before you. Fret not. Fret means worry. Fret not, worry not where the road will take you. Instead, concentrate on the first step. This is the most important information that you can relate to in every field of life that you are. If you are a student who has just taken O level exams and who wants to decide his future university or his future college for the next coming academic years, the first step is the most important thing. So do not worry that what will be the end result, where this road is going to take you. The first step is, my dear students, the most important thing. That's the hardest part, and that's what you are responsible for. What are you responsible for? The first step. Once you take that step, let everything do what it naturally does, and the rest will follow. So, you see, the first step is something that you have to plan and work upon with maximum efforts. The rest of the things, the results, and the consequences will automatically follow. Do not go with the flow, be the flow. Do not say that everyone is going to a particular place, so I should also go there. Everyone is doing this job, so I should also do this job. No, you have to set an example. You have to be different. You have to be the flow. So, that is also a very important quote which we can relate to our lives in our daily routine. Nothing had changed, and yet nothing was the same anymore. So, you see, what a beautiful quote. Sometimes, when our loved ones leave us, our parents leave us, apparently the house is the same. But since the absence of the parents is haunting our minds, so apparently you say nothing has changed, but actually everything has changed because nothing was the same anymore. So, how beautifully the writer has captured this thought also. Whenever you got angry with someone, you should replace the face of that person in your mind with the face of someone you love. So you see another beautiful quote in which the writer is giving us suggestions as to how we can change our feelings of anger with the feelings of love. So you see, when you are hating someone, exchange the face of that person with the face of a person with whom you love. God is a meticulous clockmaker. Meticulous means perfect. So precise is his order that everything on earth happens in its own time. God is a meticulous clockmaker. So precise is his order that everything on earth happens in its own time. So you see, this is also a quotation of the Holy Quran, that don't fret, don't worry that this thing is not occurring according to your choice, according to your time planning. Allah Almighty has planned the things according to His working, and the things will take place as per the God's planning. So, this is also another important quote. Sometimes it is necessary to destroy all attachments in order to win over yourself. So, you see, during the exams, you destroyed all attachments because you wanted to win over yourself, you wanted to produce excellent results. I am relating those examples which are related to students' life because I'm addressing my students in this video particularly. If you want to strengthen your faith, you will need to soften inside. Once your inner self will be soft, your heart will be soft, your outward faith will be very, very strong. What we need is sincere self expression, not being on the watch for the faults of others. So do not search for the faults of others, rather be sincere. What you should need is sincere self expression, that you can express your inner self openly, vividly, without any hesitation. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So, many a times you would have listened to this quote also. God does not take us at our word. He looks deep into our hearts because God is in our hearts. It is not the ceremonies of rituals that make a difference, but whether our hearts are sufficiently pure or not. So, you see, this is also an important quote in which the writer says it is not the ceremonies or rituals mean ceremonies, they are both synonyms that make a difference. But whether our hearts are significantly pure or not, no matter how many religious rituals we have performed, but if our heart is not pure, we cannot achieve success in this world nor the hereafter. Both in both the words, we need to be pure in our heart. God never burdens us with more than we can bear. You see, God is very, very compassionate and loving. He knows our capacities and He will not overburden us. This is also a quotation of the Holy Quran. Remember, only in another person's heart can you truly see yourself and the presence of God within you. Where can you see the presence of God? Only in another person's heart. You can truly see yourself and the presence of God within you. Even when all doors remain closed, God will open up a new path only for you. This is such an encouraging quotation that we are sometimes utterly disappointed. But remember that Almighty Allah is observing us and He will open a door for us which will open new horizons for us. Patience does not mean to passively endure. This is a misbelief that we normally have, that patience means to endure passively. No, patience does not mean this. It means to be foresighted enough to trust the end result of a process. That you see the end, you are so foresighted, you can see the end result so strongly with such a strong faith that you can trust whatever consequences will be waiting for you by Almighty Allah. Old habits rarely die. So you see, the people, when they are old, they do not change their habits. The new people, they can be motivated to change their habits, just as we can motivate our students to change the habit of using mobile phones and start reading. That can be done. A man can bring a donkey to the cart, but cannot make him drink. The donkey should have it in him. There is no other way. It means that I can bring you to the classroom, but I cannot make you think attractively or positively unless your inner intentions are there. Life is a sequence of births and deaths. You see, same day, many births are taking place, and same day, deaths are taking place. It is a beautiful quotation. Moments are born and moments die. For new experiences to come to light, old ones need to wither away. In order to gain new memories, you need to forget the older ones. What is far more difficult is to love fellow human beings with all their imperfections and defects. We know that human beings are not perfect. They do have their imperfections and they do have their defects. but it is difficult to love fellow human beings. It is because of their imperfections, it is difficult to love them. Time is just an illusion. My dear students, I have tried to cover, you see, I read the whole book and then I took out these quotes honestly without using any AI resource. I selected the quotes of my choice, which I thought would be useful to the benefit of my students and my colleagues. So I have tried to cover all the topics regarding life, regarding beauty, regarding happiness, regarding time. Versatility of ideas are there in this book, which I have shared before you. Time is just an illusion. It means that it's a deception. What you need is to live with the moment. Enjoy the moment. Don't think about future too much and don't regret too much about the past. Unless you learn to love yourself fully and sincerely, there is no way you can be loved. If you start finding faults with yourself, people will enhance those faults. If you will be positive about your positivities, people will also be impressed by them. The Quran is a gushing river. It means that it is flowing fastly and fluently without any hurdle. Those who look at it from a distance see only one river. Those who will just read the, you can say, the superficial level of things. But for those swimming in it, those who will deeply dive into it, there are four currents like different types of fish. Some of us swim closer to the surface, while some others swim in deep waters down below. So how can we delve deep into the river of Quran? By understanding it, by reading its meaning, and by acting upon its rules in our real life. This is the most beautiful quotation of the whole book because it sums up what we are doing in life, that we are just reading the Arabic of Quran without understanding, and that will be just the swimming, the explicit meaning. And in order to find out the implicit meaning of Holy Quran, we need to delve deep into it. Unless you learn to love yourself fully and sincerely, there is no way you can be loved. I think this quotation has been repeated. Hell is inside us, and so is heaven. It means that we create our own heavens and we create our own hells. The Quran says human beings are the most dignified. We are higher than the highest, but also lower than the lowest. It will depend upon us. If you want to achieve the highest ranking of human beings, you need to be sincere with yourself and with others. Otherwise, you can sink deep down to the lowest rung, that it is difficult to come out of that hell. Whatever God does, He does beautifully. You see, there is perfection in the works of Almighty Allah. Such a beautiful quotation, my dear students. I hope you will be motivated to buy this book, to read this book online. If you are unable to purchase it, you can read it online. You can read these quotations. You can make a chart of these quotations. You can write them down in your diary. The moment, the day when you watch my video, the best quotation you can write down in the comment box, or you can write down in your diaries. So that will be such a wonderful help from my side, and I will be so ecstatic that you enjoyed it. So the conclusive message is be good reader. So you see, in such a short time, we have taken a journey of the book. I did not tell you the summary. I did not tell you about the characters of this story. I did not tell you about what happened in the story, but the gist in the form of quotations I have brought in front of you. To become good leaders, you have to become good readers because actions speak louder than words. And I have to set an example before my students in order to motivate them to read. Thank you very much for attentive listening. Stay blessed. Allah Hafiz.